What if I told you that intelligence has nothing to do with speaking or writing or solving equations? What if the smartest beings on Earth don't build cities, don't invent machines, and don't even realize we exist? Because today we're removing humans from the equation, and what's left might seriously challenge how you define intelligence. We like to believe intelligence looks like us. Big brains, language, technology. But in biology, intelligence has a different meaning. It's not about IQ. It's not about math. It's not about philosophy. Intelligence is optimization for survival. It's the ability to solve problems, learn from experience, adapt to new environments, and cooperate or compete strategically to persist over time. By that definition, some of the smartest minds on Earth don't even live inside a skull. Let's start with something that feels almost not from this planet. The octopus. An octopus doesn't have one brain. It has 9. One central brain and 8 semi-independent neural networks inside each arm. Each arm can explore, taste, decide, and react almost on its own. It's an incredible design. We've seen octopuses solve puzzles, escape from sealed containers, open doors, and navigate complex mazes, remembering the solutions for later. This isn't intelligence like ours. It's distributed intelligence, a network, not a command center. It's a brain that thinks like a system, with each part contributing to the whole. Here's the disturbing part. Octopuses do all this with extremely short lifespans, sometimes just a year or two, which means their brains are built for speed, not longevity. Imagine the cognitive power they'd have if they lived for decades. Now let's move from the solitary genius to the social mastermind. Dolphins operate on a completely different level. They're one of the few animals that can recognize themselves in mirrors, a sign of self-awareness. They use complex vocal communication, and each dolphin develops a unique sound signature. A name, not a name given by humans, but one given by nature. They cooperate during hunts with intricate strategies, teach new behaviors to others in their pod, and manipulate complex social dynamics. This isn't just raw problem solving. This is social intelligence. It's about understanding relationships, social roles, and long-term group strategy. In many ways, that's closer to building a civilization than just having brute intelligence. But what if intelligence isn't even held by an individual? Let's talk about ants. Individually, an ant is simple, limited, replaceable. But together, ants build farms. They cultivate fungus. They wage wars. They divide labor with incredible efficiency. They optimize supply chains better than some human corporations. No single ant understands the full system. Yet the colony behaves like a single, intelligent organism. This is called emergent intelligence. The mind isn't in one brain. It's in the pattern of interactions. One ant might fail, but a million ants working together rarely do. What if intelligence doesn't belong to individuals at all? What if it belongs to systems? Then we have our closest relatives, chimpanzees. They represent a form of proto-human intelligence. Chimpanzees use tools, modifying objects like sticks and stones for specific tasks. They learn by observation, not just by instruction. They show empathy for others in their group. They form alliances to gain social status. They even punish unfair behavior. This is an early-stage moral intelligence. Not abstract ethics, but a system for maintaining social balance. They don't ask philosophical questions about existence. They solve real-world survival problems. And let's not forget the planners of the animal kingdom, crows. Crows remember human faces for years, holding grudges against those who have wronged them. They plan for the future, hiding food in multiple locations and remembering where each one is. They solve multi-step puzzles that would challenge a small child. They pass knowledge across generations, teaching their young about dangers and opportunities. Most impressively, they can delay gratification, a trait once believed to be uniquely human. Crows don't just react to their environment. They anticipate it. That's not instinct, that's cognition. But now, we're about to redefine intelligence entirely. Let's consider bacteria. Bacteria don't think. They don't feel. They don't plan. Yet they've survived for 3.5 billion years. through every cataclysm this planet has ever seen. They adapt genetically at lightning speed. They communicate chemically with each other to coordinate behavior. They resist extinction-level threats. Antibiotics exist because bacteria evolved to overcome them. Their success isn't because they're conscious, but because they are relentlessly optimized for survival. If intelligence equals persistence, then bacteria are the undefeated champions of life on Earth. Here's the mistake we keep making. We confuse intelligence with awareness. But intelligence doesn't need emotions, self-reflection, or language. It needs outcomes, survival, adaptation, efficiency. Nature doesn't reward brilliance. It rewards results. And this brings us to an uncomfortable truth about humans. Human intelligence is extraordinary. We've created technology, science, art, and abstract thought. But it comes at a cost. Our intelligence is fragile. We depend on complex systems we've built. We depend on social stability. We depend on a massive infrastructure of agriculture, energy, and information. Remove the environment we built for ourselves, and our intelligence collapses faster than that of most species on this list. We are powerful, yes, but resilient? Not always. So, if humans disappeared tomorrow, who wins? The smartest beings left behind wouldn't be the ones who think the most. They'd be the ones who adapt the fastest. The distributed minds of the octopus, the collective systems of the ants, the biological persistence of bacteria, they wouldn't be rulers. They'd be survivors. And here's the real shock. The smartest creature on Earth might not be a creature at all. It might be a process, a pattern, a system, a feedback loop. Intelligence isn't a crown you wear. It's a function you perform. The most intelligent life isn't the one that dominates. It's the one that lasts. So the next time we ask, are humans the smartest beings on Earth? Maybe the better question is, are we smart enough to survive ourselves?